Welcome to Empowered to Grow, the podcast. I am your host, Hanan Basha, the business doctor. Following our conversations with empowered women who woke up one day and consciously claimed, I am more than enough, I am worthy, I am empowered to grow. And along their empowering journey towards realizing their own potential and their quest for growth, they became a beacon of hope and guidance for others. May you also find your inner power to grow. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Empowered to Grow. This is your host, Hanan Basha. Today, I have a lady who's been dubbed as the tsunami by her friends. Daniela Schweiger is a transformational coach. She has so many lives and so many different personas and so many different interests. And I'm super curious to understand a lot more. I was lucky enough to have crossed paths with Daniela in one of the courses that we're enrolled in. And I told her, Daniela, please, I'd love to have you on my show. Daniela, welcome. And thank you for accepting the invite.
Oh, thank you for this kind of invitation. And I love how you present me, because definitely I have different lives and I am a tsunami and maybe volcano together, because, you know, the people
Wow,
they are like,
that's an
relaxed
interesting combo.
Yeah. It's just like, Daniela, you have so much energy. Where do you get it from? Definitely, I am energy. I don't create it. I am energy. And this is because maybe of my background, my parents, the way I grew up or whatever. Just the people are relaxed people and tsunami volcano people. And for me, energy, passion, this is the most important thing.
I love that. I am energy. Great. So talking about from the energy perspective that empowers others. When I asked you to come on my podcast and it's called Empowered to Grow, what does Empowered to Grow mean to you, or how did it resonate with you?
Empowered to grow. This is so important because we can do this. When the kids are born, they are born. I will take an example. iPhone.
Yep.
We buy an iPhone or smartphone or whatever. It's empty. So are we when we come on this earth. And then we start pictures, download videos, etc. And one time say, you have to receive. You don't have any more space. And a kid, until he's like 6 years old, is still own personality, own power. A kid is born without anger, hate, negativity, prejudgment, generalizing, all the stuff. And then something changed. Mm-hmm. They start to copy to be the mirror of their own parent. Sure. And like an adult, a lot of we adults get frustrated and we get low power. When you say empowered to grow, it's important. This empowerment is for me to find your inner child so you can grow with that child inside. So never, ever again, someone else can manipulate, influence you, or program you, because we at the end, we are programmed by conditioned by our parents and environment. So empowered to grow is for everyone. Babies, kids, adults, teenager, men, women, old, young, it's when you accept that growth is important. And when you accept to empower yourself, for sure, empower yourself is not so easy. You need someone that help you out, like everyone needed. So empower to grow is the most important thing that you can do right now.
I love this. Well, you're empowered to grow and you empower a lot others to grow. So could you share a little about your story and your many lives?
Oh, thank you for that. So my story is like anyone else's story, because how many people do you know that had domestic violence? How many people do you know they was broke? How many people do you know they had some very big issues with the health? So I am a coma survivor. I find out the way out from 10 years domestic violence and a toxic marriage, physical abuse, etc. And I decided to work on myself with help from other people. They're better than me, because this is the point. Alone, you can try and try and try, and you will not get it done. So we need that. So I decided I choose for myself to get better life quality. So when I choose that, I change everything. So after being good, great for me, I decided to share with other people. And someone asked me, you work with men and women, and I will explain this. I am a mother, I am a daughter, and I am a person that have a mission to make this world better. And my grandmother told me, you want to change the world, start by yourself first. Sure. So that was my decision, helping men and women, young, old, no problem, so they can create a better world and connection with themselves inside. So that made me to a transformation coach, because my background is 15 years psychology therapist, being a penal and family lawyer, also nutritionist, and working in the government. It made me really with a background. So I lived in 5 countries. I work with Afghanistan, Chechnya, Syria, ex-Yugoslavia, Balkan, the Russia, all. So I was privileged to be able to do that, because if you are doing that, definitely you are empowering and growing more. Yeah. So you eliminate the generalization, you eliminate that all the stuff, oh, these the people or that, this. So
stereotyping, yes.
For me, there is no bad person. There is only bad example. Yep. The kids are our mirror, and I am a mother first. Then I am a coach, and the rest.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And as you said, it gives you so much exposure, because when you see individuals, when you work with a human, not with the culture, not with the nationality, not with the background, the stereotyping, you go back to your inner child, and you go back with no preconceived judgments and nothing else that could impact how you deal with that person. So from this,
can I add something there?
Yes, please.
This prejudgment and this having this kind of stuff in our programmation, I will give an example. Take 10 kids under 6 years old, put them in a room, different language, different skin color, different culture, different religion. I bet with less than 10 minutes, they are the best friends. Yeah. Because these kids, they are born with love, and they have love. They love. And then you take kids between 7 and 21 and put in the same room on exact same conditions. I bet with you, in less than 10, they will kill each other, because they program it, condition it, and they start to be different. The love disappeared because of conditioning, because of programmation. So my way is to create again a world where no one will say, hey, you were bad because, oh, you were like this because the people. And I think the people should stop to generalize, because I lived in 5 countries. I am expert specialized in my country for Islam. I was married by a Muslim. I was living in Kosovo. So I know a lot. When this is a very simple example, because people tend to generalize. In the past, say from Islam, it's not true. And someone will hate me now. It's not true. Quran and Bible are the same. We are in power how to interpret, to express us. So that is important that we stop with this kind of, you cannot do this, you cannot do that for the kid. And the kid is that is innocent. Is bad person. No dog is born a bad dog or cat or whatever. We make them. That's mean be aware how you act, how you talk, how you present yourself in front of your kids, because they will follow your steps.
So from where you stand now, well, you weren't a kid then, but still you were young. What advice would you go back and impart on your 19-year-old self?
My 19, I finished the school. I get my degree in the, this high school. I finished that and I go to university. I will say, if I will go back, I will say, be you and always be the best version of you, because a cheap copy will not make you a better person. Because being you, and not just being you, you have to give the best version of you. You know
Yes.
what I mean? If you give the best version of you, it's always 100% better than being cheap from somebody else.
That's true.
No one can be better than you for you. No one knows your story better than you. No one knows your life better than you. And no one can change your life better than you. Don't expect that someone else comes and do that for you.
That's
you
true.
are first.
Okay, so apologies, we had a bit of a connection issue there. So Daniela, I was asking you, from the other end of the spectrum, from your 90-year-old self, the 90, what would you like her to thank you for today?
Wow, this is a strong question. And it's very good question, because I think to live over 100, because I take care about my health, and definitely I think I have to live until this world is not better. It's my duty, it's my obligation, my responsibility to do stuff. So with 90, I would love to have the biggest goal to make this world better. I would love to watch, to look back around, in the back and say, wow, this is good. And to see the people are together, the love is the powerful one. And everything what I do with my heart, with my passion. And I expect people to go back in the childhood to see when they were small kids, they have self-love. As an adult, I don't like this, I am too fat, I am too skinny, I don't like my eyes, and we forgot to love ourselves. So for me, with 90, it will be accomplishment if I see the love win. And because where is love, there is no hate, no anger, no poverty, no wars, no nothing about these problems these challenges that we have now. Okay, so love yourself. And with 90, I want to see that everyone is in that situation and say, oh, that crazy Daniela was right. Love is more powerful than anything else.
So you want to go back and thank yourself for being the embracer, the facilitator, and the advocate for love.
Yes. And you know what? I had the privilege to work a few days with Mother Teresa, that Albanian woman.
Yes,
and I would like to let, the legacy. My son is in first place, my legacy, because he live how I show him. No hate, no anger, no that, and think about, he was in domestic violence with me. And he saw how that is possible, that my son is not with hate. It's not with like, oh my gosh, anger and all that generalizing things. So that was my experience to show. I remember what my grandma said, self-love, empower your growth.
Sure.
So in that time, I think I have my books finished, writing a few books, creating a great new community, new society, because we need that. And let me ask you something. What do you think when we watch in the mirror what we see? And then why do people think that religion is better than other one? Why do people think white is better than whatever? Why do people are so conditioned? Adults. Kids, they are not. Under 6. And it's proven. Under 6 years old, they are still there. So I would like to create, and don't misunderstand me, please, not to create a world only like kids thinking. Just, I would like to create a world that, I think people, they have that inner child that is there and say, I am powerful, I am good, I am great, because I do good things.
Yeah.
I am good human. Let us do this, and being an adult as a person to make that everything possible with buildings, with whatever is there,
Mm-hmm.
And I think we could make the better life. And when I am 90, I want to see in the back and say, well done. This is what you created, and it's great. Because now, if I see back, now we are worse than 30 years ago.
Yep.
Like 20 years ago, like 10 years ago. So it's necessary that we start to change, and never something change if we don't change. So
We have
90,
to change.
I hope I have everything done. And I say, whoa, this is my project. This is my creation. This is my legacy. And always when someone will talk about something, remember Daniela, that tsunami, that crazy Daniela, she talk about that. Let us stay in self-love.
I love that. Okay, so out of self-love, and you're on a stage and you're talking to tens of thousands of women, and the topic is being empowered to grow. What would be that last message you leave them with?
Stop to chase money. Stop to chase anything like material things, and start to chase greatness, self-love, and growth, because you deserve it. You want to change the world, start by yourself. And stop to hate. When you have self-love, greatness, all the stuff, you don't hate anymore. And you will be like me, maybe better, because no matter how big is that problem in your past, how much pain you felt, how much problems you had, like gun in your head, and surviving a coma, you are still powerful, and you still can win against hate, anger, and all that discrimination that a lot of people are putting that outside. So chase greatness, chase self-love, and chase power and powerness, positive for both. We need women and men to respect each other, to be good with each other, because the world doesn't exist without both.
I love that. Yes, that's true. Very true. Daniela, the tsunami. Where can people find you in virtual space? How can they connect with you?
Oh, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. I am on YouTube and in Clubhouse. I am everywhere over the place because, this is like someone say, put your face everywhere, put your message everywhere. And I have to say at the beginning, it's not easy because, a lot of people, they don't handle this energy. I know I am energy. I know. Just, when I was younger, my son was like 15 years old. It's allowed that I share this story?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So he made something that make me, like every kid. I don't know if you have kids. So
yeah,
my son.
I have an 11-year-old boy. So
okay, then welcome to the good life. So their life was like this. I told him at 10 p.m., he was underage, between 15 and 16. You have to be at home. He got the phone, first time. And he don't pick up my phone. He was late and I got pissed off. Sorry, my language, just this. No. So I took the car. It took me 20 minutes to find him. So my son forgot that his mother is working at the government. I can find everything no matter where you are. So it was like surprise for him. He was like, ugh. And parents of the other kids say to me, they are 16. Let them make parties. Bam, bam, bam. And I say, take care about your son. My kid is my business. And I say, my son, move your ass, put your ass in the car, we talk at home. So he got 1 week like punishment. No PlayStation, no TV, no phone, no all that stuff, and no tennis. And tennis, he was a professional tennis player, and that was for him like the biggest wars. Yeah. So, and they call me, the coaches call me, we need him, we have a tournament. I say, oh, he have to take responsibility for the things how he act. And then he says something like, oh, I hate you. I go to my father. You are not a good mother. You destroy my life. I say, oh my gosh, I love you so much. You know what? Let us pack and go to your father because it's better maybe there. And he said, huh? Okay. So if you don't go, then you have to stay here. Hate me now. Love me later.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? My son is now 30 years old. Always remind himself on exactly that episode and say to me, Mom, I am so proud to be your son, because in that moment, you prove it to me. You are a mother. You don't try to be my friend or whatever. And I have definitely the best role model ever. So I think that will be the best way to put yourself. If you have kids, then you take attention what you do. And if you don't have kids, take attention because others are watching. And maybe you understand the way role model, because we adults, we influence everything. So please make sure and do that. And you know what? My students at the beginning, oh my gosh, I said, oh, no problem. Hate me now, love me later. And they understand after 2 sessions, they are like, oh my gosh, you are crazy. I don't accept excuses. I do not work with people. They cannot be direct. This cheesy stuff. You are so nice. You are good. No, you have to tell the person what she need to hear, not what she want to hear. So that make me to, I have a special things, the people, not everyone can handle this.
But
cannot handle this.
Yeah, but that's true. That's with everything, Daniela. Not everyone. And I think once we start accepting that and embracing that, not everyone will like you, not everyone will connect with you, not everyone can find the value that, or can benefit from the value that you're offering. I think that in itself gives us a lot of peace, because then we know that those who can connect with you are the ones that would benefit. That I don't have to appeal to everyone, and then I can conserve my energy and my value to those that can actually benefit the most from it.
Definitely agree with you on that point. Time to times I get people, they got to talk to me and book calls, and they say to me after we talk, and they say, you don't know my story. You don't know my life. You don't know how I'm going through. Oh my gosh, you are right. I don't know. Just give me 1 minute to show how was my life. Domestic violence in the childhood from my mom, 10 years. Domestic violence with my ex-husband, get a gun when I get divorced, and he play Russian roulette with my head. And then surviving a coma, beat me please. And then tell me I don't know. It's just like, if I could, everyone can. And definitely I tried 3 times to kill myself. This is extra, So for me, there is nothing that cannot be done if you really use your heart and say what I really want, where I want to go, and who I am. Because a lot of people, they don't know who they are.
Yeah, that's it. So
you remember when I say be the best version of you, don't copy somebody else. And now we talk here. Did someone can understand I never can be a Barbie? Do you think I could be a Barbie? No. This is, every person have own personality. So please be honest to yourself, not to other people, because it's important. What do you see when you watch in the mirror? Where do you want to go in the future? What are you willing to invest to achieve that, what you want? And are you ready that someone help you with that? Because, my story is like, with 2 degrees, having a very good position and international success in the government, I was afraid and ashamed to ask for help in the past, long time ago, because you say, oh, I learned everything. I can tell you something. We know that we don't know.
Yes, and that's
and
it.
This is very important, because the people doesn't understand this the security in our life. It's when we decide to take responsibility for what we do, how we talk, how we act, where we go, and whom we want to help. because everyone have a story. Everyone can help. Everyone. Just that ego, the people with big ego, they can't because they don't want to share. So with this saying, please read the book. Ego is the enemy. Definitely you will understand. You cannot read 10 pages in the first day. You work on your ego because that is the way.
Oh, I love that. Daniela, thank you so much. I love the energy that you exude, and I love that you have decided to change your story and to become a facilitator for others to transform alongside as well. So thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us. I think Daniela started with it and will end with it, that you are the energy. You don't need to create it. You don't need to borrow it. You become the energy that you want to see in your own life. And I will continue our conversation in the uncharted discussion next time. Until then, we wish you love, abundance, and prosperity. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to the Empowered to Grow podcast. For further engagement with a tribe of empowered women, join my Facebook group, Empowered to Grow, or visit my website, www.hananulbasha.com. I'll catch you on the next episode. And until then, know that empowered you empowers others. Love, abundance, and prosperity to you all.